Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now before we talk about the very interesting news, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the incredible support on the new web series Rebuilding the Snyderverse. You guys really seem to be enjoying it so far and I really enjoy making it for you. However, hopefully we won't need to imagine the Snyderverse for much longer, because today's video could reveal that the Snyderverse is coming back. I want to quickly mention that there is a Black Friday deal currently on my store. All Snyderverse merchandise is discounted for a limited time, and all profits for those products will be going to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So we can raise a lot of money for a really important cause whilst getting the Restore the Snyderverse message out there. I'll leave a link in the description below if you are interested. So the excitement started around 10 days ago, when Zack Snyder posted this image on November 17th. Now, November 17th marks the 4-year anniversary of the theatrical cut's release of Justice League, but more importantly, the 2-year anniversary since we got the Justice League cast to tweet out #release the Snyder Cut. Zack posting on this day was because of that unforgettable event. But people started trying to analyse the numbers and letters on the clapperboard. The clapperboard actually means scene 279. That scene in the Snyder Cut is this one.
Anti-life is found, Assad, and we will stop at nothing to possess it. Ready the Armada. We will use the old ways.
Now, that Ready the Armada scene sets up Justice League 2, where Darkseid invades Earth. It is interesting that he chooses that scene to post on his Vero account. Just a reminder, every single post Snyder does has a message in it. He always posts for a reason, which is why this post is very interesting. Not just because he uses the scene that is setting up his next 2 Justice League films, but because he took the photo making sure his Wonder Woman image was in the background. Do you think that means anything at all? Some have said that this is Snyder teasing that he is working on Wonder Woman 3. Now, it could be that. However, for the time being, I'm just going to say he took it in front of that because it is DC related. Then came the interview with Henry Cavill for GQ, where he talked about his Superman experience and also talked about Justice League 2 and 3, where he succumbs to the anti-life equation.
And we saw the true symbol of hope, the beacon of light, before we went down the path of darkness and then redemption, and still something that I am very keen to flesh out.
It was surprising to hear Cavill talk about the plot for Justice League 2 and 3, because he hasn't talked about it before. Now, all things I'm talking about in this video are not groundbreaking on their own, but collectively, there is a really interesting and exciting pattern. Moving on to the next piece of the puzzle, which is a tweet from Clay Staub. Apologies if I butchered that name. Now, Clay worked on Zack Snyder's Justice League as the Aerial Second Unit Director. He also worked on Batman v Superman. He tweeted this image with the caption, "Let it begin," #Zack Snyder's Justice League. The image used is from the Justice League 2 and 3 storyboards. Clay tweeted out 2 hours later that he watched the Snyder Cut again the night before and how he loved it. He clarified that he thought he would share his appreciation to be involved in the film. So it seems he was clarifying that he doesn't know what is happening behind the scenes, and how he was just posting his appreciation for the film. 4 days ago, he tweeted #Restore the Snyderverse with this image. This isn't a drawing from the storyboards for Justice League 2 and 3, and I believe that this is some concept art he created for Batman v Superman. So Clay does want the Snyderverse to be restored, but there is a possibility that he knows more than what he is letting on, and his second tweet was to cover that up, because us fans were getting a bit excited with his tweet. Or he knows nothing more than us and saw that us fans were getting really excited and he didn't want us to raise unrealistic expectations, so he clarified that he was just talking about his enjoyment for the film. We then moved to Thanksgiving, where Zack Snyder dropped this video of his Thanksgiving turkey. Yet again, on first glance, it doesn't look that important to the Snyderverse, but when you zoom in past the turkey, you can see a book. That book being Final Crisis. Now, some of you may know I don't read comic books, but I've done a bit of research into what Final Crisis is, and it sounds very confusing. If you don't know, Final Crisis is a future where Darkseid has enslaved the human race using the anti-life equation. Now, this sounds very similar to Zack Snyder's story for Justice League 2 and 3. As we know, Zack Snyder makes sure his posts are perfect, and everything in his posts are there for a reason. So this book is just in view for us to see. So he has done that for a reason. He did the exact same thing for the Snyder Cut on Thanksgiving, teasing that it was going to be released. We didn't realise it was a tease until after the Snyder Cut was announced, so maybe this year he has made it a bit more obvious for us. So, in the past 10 days, Zack Snyder posted the clapperboard with the cliffhanger scene from Zack Snyder's Justice League that was setting up Justice League 2 and 3. Then, Henry Cavill mentioned Superman's story in Justice League 2 and 3 for the first time ever. Then, Clay tweets out the storyboard of Darkseid and Darkseid invading Earth with the caption "Let it begin," and also tweets out the Restore the Snyderverse hashtag. And finally, Zack Snyder posts a video where Final Crisis can be seen. All these events happening in close proximity to each other are either crazy coincidences or something is happening. It's one or the other. Now, I want it to mean that something is happening behind the scenes, but another part of me is saying that it could be just a coincidence. But I think Snyder having the Final Crisis book in his Thanksgiving post is huge on its own. The caption he uses is just the word thankful. Obviously that is related to Thanksgiving, but he hasn't said specifically what he is thankful for. I'm going to go out on a limb here and ask, what if he was thankful to Warner Bros. Discovery for allowing him to complete his vision? That is most likely complete overthinking on my part, and it's probably not true at all. But I would be interested in what you think about that theory. Like I have said before, The Flash and Aquaman 2 are both telling similar stories to what Snyder was going to tell in Justice League 2 and 3. And there are rumours that Wonder Woman 3 is going to do the same. So what if Snyder was asked to come back to tell his Justice League 2 and 3 story, but with the current DCEU characters? That would mean Shazam and Black Adam could both be involved, but still telling a similar story to his original plan. The fact that Snyder could return so easily into the DCEU, and it would barely change a thing, is actually quite an exciting thing. If you think about it, all they need to do to get the DCEU back on track is to announce that the Snyder Cut is now canon and Whedon's cut isn't, and make sure that Superman wears the black suit up until Justice League 2, because all the current Justice League members, other than unfortunately Ray Fisher's Cyborg, are involved in upcoming DC films. Now, Superman's appearance is just a rumour, but I think The Rock will make sure that we see Superman vs. Black Adam in the near future. With the current hierarchy at Warner Bros. And DC, I don't think Snyder would come back. But the Discovery merger can, and I think will, change that completely. In fact, they can fix the entire DCEU with one film, with just one scene. That being the Flash film. Just have it that when the Flash returns to his universe, the Snyderverse merges with the new DC films, as in Black Adam and Shazam. So we see Superman wearing the black suit and the League preparing for Darkseid's arrival. That way, the entire DC universe can be fixed, and can be building up to Snyder's Justice League sequels. Anyway, I've gone off topic here slightly, so make sure to let me know if you think Snyder is trying to give us a message, or do you think it is just a coincidence? Let me know in the comments below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon, so until then, have a great day. Bye!